it's Missy. It's 3 weeks after the average date of last frost in my area, and this week has been extremely windy. I did take some video out when I was out in the garden, but it was so windy, and no matter which direction I took, all you hear is the wind in the microphone. You can't hear my voice. So I'll be showing some clips and doing a voiceover of what I did in the garden. There were some things I couldn't show because I had to have both hands to work with fertilizing the garden, because with the wind I was trying to block the wind and get it done, and that's what happens when you live on the prairie. So what I use to side dress my tomatoes, peppers, is this shake and feed by Miracle Gro, and this one is specially formulated, it says, for tomato, fruit, and vegetable. And so I will use that on the majority of my garden plants, especially my tomatoes, because there's a little bit of calcium in there, and I use it to try to help prevent blossom rot. And then for my sweet corn, I use 10-10-10, and the reason why is sweet corn is in the grass family, and the grass family needs more nitrogen, and I just gravitate towards that one, and I will do side dress the sweet corn, when it's about knee high. So again, what you want to do is you want to mulch around your crops, and that's most of them. Now, you're not going to want to mulch around beets, but I did mulch the lettuce, celery, peppers, tomatoes, peas. The majority of your crops you can do cucumber, squash, etc. For the garlic, it says to place straw mulch around plants to keep the soil cool and aid in bulb development. None of my garlic came up. It must have froze over the winter. So, but I do that with my onions. I'm placing straw mulch around my onions, so that way that keeps the bulbs cool. Of course, the herbs you do not mulch, so don't mulch your dill, thyme, mint, whatever you got there. Potatoes, says hand-picked potato beetles if present. There is not any bugs out in my garden, and I think it's because of all the wind, so we're good there. Otherwise, I was hoping to show you a clip of that, but when you plant like marigolds and nasturtium and stuff in your vegetable garden, those will repel potato beetles just naturally. So you can plant those as well, and in your garden have beautiful flowers and have a natural pesticide. And then Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, cabbage, broccoli, you can sow seeds in pots, flats, garden for late season harvest. My growing season is not long enough for me to do that, so I'm not planning on doing that, but you can as well. And then asparagus you can continue harvesting. So I'm going to show you some clips of how I'm just doing weeding, watering, and which I'm not showing you, and then of course I side dressed and then mulched. So out in the garden I am busy weeding. I want to stay on top of the weeds as much as possible. Thank goodness that we're having a dry year, because that allows me to keep the weeds down, and I have to do more watering than I do weeding. But all I'm doing is making sure that I'm pulling them out by the roots, and I'm just leaving them on top of the surface to decompose, because the wind is going to dry them out rather quickly, and just scraping the top so I don't puncture the roots of my peppers. And then my favorite mulch to use is grass clippings. After I mow my lawn, I rake up all the grass clippings, put them in a bucket, and then I let them kind of dry out just a little bit, and then I put them around my plants, such as my tomatoes, peppers, strawberries, etc. If I do not have enough grass clippings, I will use straw. I have straw living on a farm and working with livestock, but I do think grass clippings are the easiest for everyone to use.